And thanks for clicking on this video. 1991, what a year for music. Kick it. Years ago, unreal, time flies. These are 5 records that are better than Nirvana's Nevermind. So quick math, a kid today, a 12-year-old kid today, I just saw a kid wearing a Nirvana shirt. 12-year-old kid today wearing a Nirvana shirt is like me at 12 wearing a Perry Como shirt. Because that's 30 years back, and me for 30 years back, Perry Como was killing the charts. Was I wearing a Perry Como shirt? No, I was wearing bootleg Ozzy and AC/DC shirts. Nirvana, little band from Washington State, formed, put out Bleach on an independent called Sub Pop. It did fairly well, created a buzz in the industry, as I say. Switched some guys around, got this guy called Dave Grohl on drums, toured with Sonic Youth, Kim Gordon, and a manager for Alice in Chains and Soundgarden named Susan Silver. Pushed them away to the majors. These are the people you want to meet. These are the people with the money. Signed to a major. 91 went into the studio, and in September of 91 released Nevermind, a more polished, clean sounding Nirvana for the masses. I remember my friend Pete had bought their CD because he had known the Bleach stuff. There was a buzz in Chicago about them. They had come through in 1989. He'd heard about this band. He was a big person in the sub pop bands. Played through the tracks. I heard the big upcoming single, Smells Like Teen Spirit. Didn't like it as much as some of the other tracks. My favorite tracks on that album actually are Breed, Territorial Pissings, and Drain You. Those are my favorite 3. So anyway, they shot a video for this Smells Like Teen Spirit song in August, and then soon released it, I think it like 2 weeks after the album was released, on MTV 120 Minutes, which was late at night. You had to stay up to watch the alternative band videos, and then it just slowly built from there. I'll tell you, by late November, December, that record was flying off the shelves. They went from indie heroes to major label pop culture phenoms. Not a lot of bands can do that. Not a lot of bands can change music forever. Congrats to those 3 guys for doing that. And it also opened the world for other strange bands to get signed by major labels. Believe it or not, the Butthole Surfers were signed by a major label for a while. A band called Royal Trucks. I was in a band that actually opened up for them at the legendary Lounge Acts Club in Chicago. And I remember them sounding nothing like what you would think you would hear on a major label. So it was a crazy world back then. I didn't see them 91. It was October 91, I believe. And I was still kind of broke, so I was very choosy on what concert I was going. I was in junior college and, like I said, being very choosy on what concerts, and I passed them up like an idiot. They did come through here again in Chicago in 1993 playing the Aragon Ballroom or Ballroom. A little band called Jawbreaker opened up for them. Sadly, we lost Kurt Cobain to suicide in 1994, just a year after. I mentioned Jawbreaker because had they released this record, Unfun, in 1991, it would for sure be on the list. This came out a year before, 1990, so sadly, didn't make the list. It's going to set the tone for what an amazing year 1991 was. Check this out. U2 puts out arguably part of their last great record in Achtung Baby. Rush was putting out Roll the Bones. Queen had Innuendo. Heavy metal wasn't lagging far behind. They had Ozzy releasing No More Tears. Metallica released the Black Album. Skid Row had Slave to the Grind. But really, 1991 belonged to the indie and alternative bands. Soundgarden had Bad Motorfinger. Ned's Atomic Dustbin had Godfather. Godfather! I bought this at the show. The shirt still fits. Ned's Atomic Dustbin. Dinosaur Jr. had Green Mind. Illinois' own The Digits released Full, Nelson, Riley. Oh, what a record. So close to making this top 5. Actually, any of these records I mentioned, check out. REM released Out of Time. Jawbox, Grip. Jesus Lizard released Goat. The other Jesus band, Jesus Jones, released Doubt. Nirvana's Nevermind. I love that record. So in order for these to make that list with records I love more, it means I play these more, I loved them more. So let's finally start this damn list. Number 5, 3-way tie. Superchunk, No Pocket for Kitty. Indie rock darlings. Superchunk is one of the best rock bands still around, still putting out quality rock music. Give these guys a listen if you've like kind of like mainstream stuff. Hey, I love my Zeppelin, my Pink Floyd. You don't want to get your feet wet into that alternative music, even though this stuff is 30 years old. It's classic rock for crying out loud by the time you're watching this video. So give these guys a chance. Superchunk. No Pocket for Kitty. This list is going to be Chicago heavy because I personally think the Chicago scene of the 90s was better than that grunge Seattle scene of the early 90s. From the suburbs of Chicago, Material Issue. This was on a major label, International Pop Overthrow. Oh my god, this is a perfect little pop record. You like rock and roll, you like pop, blend it all in, you got a perfection right here. Little songs you can kind of sing along. Instantly, the chorus will hit you with all these songs and you'll know them. From Illinois, way down in Champaign, Poster Children. This one came out in Twin Tone. Twin Tone Records had the Replacements, they had an early Soul Asylum up there, I believe, in Minnesota. Poster Children, like I said, were from Illinois. This, had it upside down. Daisy Chain Reaction by the Poster Children. Kind of sonic-y music. The vocals are kind of monotone-ish, you might say, but it fits, it blends in nicely with the music, the loud guitars, the drumming is just bashing. Oh, this is good stuff. Poster Children, Daisy Chain Reaction. Number 4 on the top 5 list of albums released in 1991 that are better than Nirvana's Nevermind. My favorite Green Day. I have this video, not very popular, but it's Green Day record rank, and this is number 1, Kerplunk. This is a great Green Day record. Came out on Lookout Records right before they signed to a major. They were firing on all young cylinders. I tell you, it's crazy. 80, No One Knows, Words I Might Have Ate. There's so many great songs. This is, again, like the Material Issue. It's kind of poppy. This one has a little more punk to it. Why I picked it more than Nirvana's Nevermind? I think it's just sweet pop melodies. Number 3. Pegboy. From the ashes of the Bhopal Stiffs, a Naked Ray Gun, came Pegboy. Now it's been re-released just like the Poster Children album has, just like the Green Day album has. You can find it on CD for cheaper, but really if you get yourself a record version, an album version, warm tones come through. I'm telling you, John Haggerty's guitar sound is one of the best guitar sounds ever in the history of the guitar. This is their first full-length strong reaction, Still Uneasy, Not What I Want, What to Do, Locomotive Lungs, Superstar, Field of Dreams, Time Again, Believe, Hard Light. They did shoot a video for Strong Reaction. It was on 120 minutes, maybe 2 or 3 times. Seek this thing out, man. Pegboy Strong Reaction, unbelievably powerful record. It just gets you in the gut. Now, is it poppy like the Green Day or Material Issue? Yeah, you're going to be singing a song. I mean, you can sing along to these songs after one listen for sure. But it's got a little more grit to it. It's great stuff. Still play that. Crazy more than Nirvana record. Alright, now we're up to the final 2. The final 2. Who could it be? Who's better than Nirvana's Nevermind in 1991? What were you playing, Brian, more than Nirvana's Nevermind? Well, these two for sure. Smashing Pumpkins' Gish, the debut record from Chicago's own Smashing Pumpkins. Chicago was just killing it in 1991. Seattle took all the fame and the fortune and the big money, but man, Chicago was just boom, here's a great record, boom, here's a great record, boom, here's a great record, boom, here's a great record. Produced by Butch Vig and Mr. Billy Corgan, who seems to write 20 songs a day. Still going. I wouldn't say still going strong, but still going, Smashing Pumpkins. But I'll tell you this, a lot of people will say Siamese Dream is their best, but I don't know, Gish just beats that. And Gish, for me, music like Poster Children just had so much from the instruments that you don't even need a singer. But hey, throw in some singing, and you got yourself great. Of course, Billy Corgan sounds a lot better in the studio, a little bit of help and enhancement than he does live, so this is just perfect. Smashing Pumpkins, Gish, 1991. Unbelievable. Unbelievable record. Who is number 1? Who were you playing more in 1991 than Nirvana's Nevermind? Who dared you play the more than I did? I tell you what, way back 4 hours ago when I started this video, I told you about U2, Achtung Baby, fell in love with that. Well, this record helped me pull out of that because that relationship didn't last long. And this record helped me get out of that gut feeling you did when somebody says, I don't like you anymore. And you're like, oh, it's like heart attack time. You need music. Got to pull you out of it. You know, you're an awkward kid. I'm in junior college, looking to go to the big university soon, 20 years old, not knowing what I want out of life, frustrated, and all aspect of life just frustrated. What could pull me through these times? What? Nirvana, Nevermind, you're pulling me through. But this #1 record pulled me through way more. I had it. Here's a big surprise. My friend taped it to me on tape, and I played that tape way more than Nirvana's Nevermind. #1 goes to, big surprise here, Chicago's own Screechin' Weasel with My Brain Hurts. One of the, if you're on a desert island, although when am I ever going to find myself on a desert island with 10 albums and a record player? But if that ever happens and I get to choose 10 records, this is one of them. You had Danny Panic putting in the drums for the first time on record. Johnny Jughead, Ben Weasel singing. Some people, Ben Weasel's a jerk, well, he's a personality. As a music personality, he's interesting. Sometimes he's going to be a jerk, sometimes he's going to be nice, sometimes he's going to be this, sometimes he's going to be that. Bass, Dave Naked, who was soon out of the band after this. Guitar and backup vocals, Danny Vapid, which is really Dan Schaefer from Sludgeworth. Dan Vapid in the Cheats nowadays, but these 5 guys came together and produced a just unbelievable rock and roll record. I would say punk rock, but it's going to scare some of you. Oh, I don't want punk rock because you think punk rock. 1, 2, 3, 4. But it's more harmonic than that. It is harmonic pop punk, a little more edge than pop punk, but really it's just rock and roll. It's just great rock and roll. In the top 20 rock and roll records of all time. I feel like I'm on an infomercial trying to sell you on this. Check it out. I'm sure someone's uploaded it to YouTube at least 1,000,000 times. Screechin' Weasel, My Brain Hurts. Played this way more, 100 times more than an album that I love, Nirvana's Nevermind. Thanks for watching. Hope you got some ideas of other music to check out that's now all 30 years old, believe it or not. But once again, thanks for watching.